In today's video, I'm going to show you what happens when a market sell-off occurs in the morning. This happened on gold just today, and I want to show you what happened and how one of my systems found it and how we actually trade it. So let's go ahead, let's dive into the charts, let's get started. So today we're going to be looking at none other than gold. Gold has been hot. It is one of the hottest assets to trade right now. And what happened this morning was absolutely bonkers. This doesn't really occur very often. And so this is just something to definitely pay attention to. So what happened was gold was going sideways from first of all, there was a big spike to the downside. So it just continued to go up, and then a big spike down here on Wednesday, January 28th, just yesterday. Right, we're down here all the way down on the 5-minute chart. So then we just kind of just went sideways from here. Then this morning happened. So this morning at open at 10 o'clock. So basically what happens here with our system, this is the snap zone, is at 9:30, it starts to get a range. And the range happened right here at 9:30. And then it does it for 15 minutes. So from 9:30 to 9:45, essentially, it'll get a range. Okay. And then that'll determine the bottom, and then that'll determine the top. So this is our range right here. So let's zoom in. So this is the range that we were looking at, right? And so you can do this yourself. You don't have to have a fancy indicator or anything like that. We did program snap trades to be able to do this all automatically for you on the charts. Obviously you have to take the trades, but it's really nice. And it's a system that is working just absolutely crazy good right now. So anyways, here is the gold chart. This is our range. We have our range mapped out. So as soon as it broke out and confirmed, it has to break out and confirm below. So this is the breakout right here. And then it has to be below this line right here. This is our EMA, right? This is our moving average. So it has to be below that as well. A lot of the times someone mentioned, hey, this is just the orb strategy. And yes, this is the orb strategy in a way. To me, this is a little bit better. We actually have more confirmations. There's different things that we look at with it, and to be able to get in, to be able to get out. And so while it is similar, this is the way we like to do it, especially on the 5-minute chart. I believe the orb is looking at 15-minute chart as well. But again, all strategies are trying to do the exact same thing. We're trying to identify breakouts. We're trying to identify bounces. And, to do that, you can have many, many different systems. So, in the comments, you can say all you want, but this is pretty much a system that trades just like orb, but it is a specific way to do it. So here is the breakout. And this is where you would have entered the sell position. So right here would have been the sell position at that arrow. Let me actually draw that out. So there's a little sell position right there. And then simply this got out. This was actually really quick exit. So it got out right there. And our stop loss would have been up here into this zone. We actually have the automatic stop loss exit. So as soon as it hits as soon as it goes back in, and it is determined by the 1.5 ATR. So again, a little bit different. And then obviously the exit is a 3 ATR. So we can actually adjust that as well. So if you're feeling a little bit, if you want to get a little bit more to it, you can actually adjust your ATR. So the default is 3. And this is why we leave settings up to anybody who wants to actually adjust these things, is because really this one would have been, now, how often does gold move like this? Not very often. So 3 ATR is still really good. This is still a really solid move to the downside, this little trade right there. However, you can definitely give yourself a little more room. I mean, it just continued to go down. So that is just a quick little example of a snap trade in action, a snap zone breaking on gold. And then in fact, we even do it on SPY. So SPY pretty much did the exact same thing today. So let's just look at this. Here's the 15 minutes. Here's the upper zone. Here's the bottom zone as soon as it broke out and confirmed on the 5-minute chart here. This was the entry. So there was the entry right here. And then here was the exit right there. So very right there. So a very short trade, a very quick trade. It wasn't even about almost, what is that? That is point. So that's like almost a 0.5%, which with options, with our recommended options that we have in our playbook with this system, that would have been a really nice trade. That would have been anywhere from, I think we see it anywhere from 20 or 15 to 30%. This probably would have been up closer to the 30% winner. So that would have been a really quick trade. 10, almost 10 minutes in, and you're in and out, right? So that would have been quick. Now you could have held a little bit longer, but you just never know when you're right here and it's broken like that. You just never know. You get in and out, and so that's kind of the snap. That's kind of how we do it. And yeah, so really, really cool little system here. Works with gold, works with the S&P. We're dialing in with Forex. There is some stuff that we need to change, I believe, with Forex, but it's in beta mode right now. So essentially what beta mode is we're just kind of, we're playing around with the settings. And what we're going to do is we're going to have settings locked, right? We're going to have settings locked with specific assets. Then we're going to give everybody the assets to only trade those recommended. If you want to trade something else, you can. But we would just have a recommended hit list for that. So we already have a couple, but we continue to add more to it. So this is a pretty cool little system. So if this is something you're interested in, if you want to trade like this with an indicator on the chart, you can do that. If you want to do it without the indicator, you can do that. So don't feel the need to have to get an indicator to trade like this. It's just a breakout range strategy. It's just the indicator does a little, it helps you a little bit. And what I like about it, there's just so much room for improvement, but there is so many different ways you can trade this. If you want to trade a snap range of a different, let's just go from 11 to 11:15, right? And so that'll be down here, right? Maybe you want to adjust the strategy a little bit to where the snap zone would trade at a different time. So you can do that. So here's the snap range right there. And so what we can do, and this is what we're going to do, is we're going to dial in different ways to trade this. And we'll even have a little guide for everybody, things like that, So it's really cool. It's a cool little way to do this. Let's try 12:15. Yeah. So say right now, say we want to wait for the 12 o'clock kind of cool off, because usually what happens with stock market is things will start to cool off midday and then it'll start to break out again. So exactly what we see right here. So this could be a really cool little modified way to trade this as well. So again, in relation to the orb strategy, because I know we have some viewers that love the orb strategy. I've been learning more and more about it because to be honest with you, to be 100% transparent with you, that wasn't something that I was even trading. I never really traded the orb strategy before. What we did is our team was just, we like to trade range breakouts. And so this is kind of the idea behind it. So anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. But if this sounds like something you'd be interested, I will drop a link in the comments. Go ahead and grab it. It's on TradingView. This is a TradingView platform. So yeah, it's a cool little strategy, and I think it's something that is really going to be a game changer for these quick little scalps in the market.